you got any doubt, you can ask me over the question answer window. I will answer those questions which are asked here. In the range in which the currencies are expected to swing during this particular week, Euro could come down to 1.0750 and the high could be 1.1075. Then again GBP could come down to 1.2650 and then it could set the high as 1.3075. They are all mathematically derived levels based on the limitations of the players. Then yen could come down to 109.75 level. The high could be 115 area. Then CHF could make a range bound swings from the parity to the 0.9825 area. Then Canadian dollar from the 1.3675 area, it could come down to the 1.32 area. Good drop they could make in order to handle the derivative market. At the moment, they are doing the high level consolidation with frequent upward stopping in the case of USDCAD. Then in the case of Australian dollar, they are trying to handle the lower level in order to gain again the levels. So the tips are buy opportunities and they will start gaining the levels. To start with, they will handle the commodity price and the commodity process. So near low or great buy opportunities. So the market is expected to make a downward move to start with. And in between they will touch the highs. So quick rise and the quick drops could be seen as a volatile move. So aim only for the swing trade and watch the session-wise forecast and then accordingly you can take the positions. So each session you can just watch what is the type of move they are going to do and overall what is the type of move they are going to do. So in line with the overall move, you can take positions. Quick rise, you can take sell positions, and when they drop, you try to book profit during this particular week. Now, we will do the market reading to fine tune the forecast. Euro formed the low 1.0857, the high is 1.0947. So they are not breached the low or the high, it is in the middle level. Then GBP 1.2905 is the low, 1.2944 is the high, they are not breached. Then yen 111.21 is the low, 111.73 was the high, and they just breached and went up to 7.5, started coming down. Then in the case of CHF, 99.40 is the low, 99.66 is the high, they are not breached the low or the high. And Canadian dollar, 1.3638 is the low and 1.3672 is the high. They just breached the high and holding around that of 36.72. They have made a brief upward stop in order to make the slide. Then Australian dollar, 0.7471 is the low, 0.7491 is the high. They are not breached the low or the high. So only in the case of yen and that of the Canadian dollar, they just nominally breached the high and come down. So which indicates that they could make a brief upward stop and start making the slide. In the case of USDN and USDCAD to start with. Then they could make the contrarian move of dropping Euro and GBP as well. So last week we have seen that Euro and GBP they gained, along with that USDN also gained. This week they are expected to make the opposite to it. Okay, Bren has got a question. Will they handle the yen pair and yen crosses after they handle the commodity pairs. Yes. So today they will handle the commodity pairs. They could hold yen in a narrow range, and also euro and GBP. They could make a nominal slide and then start making the slide in the case of USD yen. That way, they will slowly move the yen crosses on the downside. Hope we are able to understand that. So to start with, they could make the slide in the case of yen and USDCAD. Then USDCAD might make more drop as the commodity crosses the handle first. And they can use any data release or any other aspect as the trigger and then make a quick drop. Then you will come across the USD yen. And what they do is, before that, euro and GBP are expected to make the slide. Then USD yen will hold, take out the stops if needed above that of the high, and start making the slide. And as I explained many times, that we can find out what pair they will move first. So any currency which has made more net change will be the first one to drop, like GBP. Then followed by that is Australian dollar, and finally euro. Then as far as the denominator currencies are concerned, any currency which is making the less positive net change are expected to make the slide. Then USDCHF to start with, followed by that of USD yen, and finally Canadian dollar, USDCAD. So that is how they will make the slide. So watch the move and understand how sequentially they do it, and also you can understand how it is predictable for us by looking into that of the net changes. Now the trades for the day, when they make a breakout above that of the initial high or below that of the initial low, we can do either way trades. Above that of the initial high, we can take a sell. Below that of the initial low, we can take a buy. And do either way trades. And I also recommended here the hedge order, the buy stop or the sell stop. The buy stop for that of the sell and buy trade, sell stop for that of the buy and sell trade. So when you take a buy near that of the low or near that of the new low, you can keep the hedge order to limit the risk, and they will firm up. At that time, you keep stop at entry and remove the hedge order. Then subsequently trail the stop in the profit making position, maintaining about 15 to 25 pips away from the market. And once they start gaining the level, these trailing stops will automatically gain. When they suddenly reverse, the trailing stop will close the position with a profit. So that way, you will be able to protect your profit and re-enter again a buy position after making further drop. So that way, you can do either a sell and buy trade or a buy and sell trade. Buy when they are near that of the low or doing a breakout near that of the low. Sell when they are making a breakout near that of the high. These are all the market timings. So Japanese, European, and the US sessions. So you can find out that early in the late sessions, they handle the majors, and the mid sessions, they handle the crosses. So when you are focusing on the crosses, watch the pairs, the majors during that of the mid session. They will not breach the high or the low, but the corresponding crosses will be making it. How it is possible? When they make contrarian move in that of the majors, such breaching of the high and the low happen in the case of the crosses. So that you can watch and accordingly take positions. So if you've got any doubt, kindly ask me the questions here. I'll be willing to answer those questions. I will show you the forecast slide for the people who are interested to know more about the market moves.